What it is, YouTube? It's your boy DC coming back with another bullseye of a tutorial here today. So I wanted to talk about headphones. Do pros mix on headphones? And some of the dope, artistic things I think about headphones personally. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, down below. Let me know how you feel. And also if you want to support the channel, you'll see the links down below to go ahead and do that. So let's get to it right now. Very first plugin that started make me go into this, inspired me to do this video about headphones is I'm thinking about this plugin right here, which is Good Hertz Can Opener. The dope thing about this plugin is that this plugin gives you a little bit of crossfeed, right? You know how when you have the two speakers, right? Your left main speaker and your right main speaker, you have a bleed in between the two channels. It's kind of like a water faucet. One pipe is kind of leaking into the other type shit, right? So sometimes when you put on headphones, you lose a little bit of that, right? And that's why people say, oh, I can tell this person mixed it in headphones because the mid-range sounds hollow, right? So sometimes with headphones, you don't get a true perception of that mid-range because headphones don't fucking work like that. You feel me? So the can opener is a really dope plugin because it gives a little bit of that crossfeed. I was recording people with the this plugin, and this plugin is only just as in the headphones. I put on the master fader so they could hear it in the headphones. I noticed that a lot of rappers, they were actually kind of rapping better in my opinion. You feel me? Because what this does is this kind of makes the music feel like you're in a world. Like it kind of wraps the music. It uses a little bit of phase and all that shit, as you can see right here, to wrap the music around your head like it was a fucking bandana, or a bandage. Like the music really gets wraps around. And I love using this plugin as I'm writing, especially for rappers who are trying to freestyle and shit like that. It makes them feel the music a little bit better. So I was like, damn, man, I wanted to go into this video and talk about, do pros mix on headphones? Me personally, I'm a professional engineer. I've been doing it for like 6 years. You feel me? Long time, like literally, like I've been doing this for a very long time. And I noticed that I like to have a couple different pairs of headphones, right? So the thing about it is the first headphone I like to have is an inspirational headphone. You don't got to spend too much money, but I'm letting you know what it is, man. You got to have a headphone to inspire, right? And usually a headphone to inspire, what is that, Nick? That's a headphone that has a little bit of cinnamon in it, right? What is that? EQ, right? Some headphones like Beats headphones, right? Wow, people like Beats headphones, they sound great because they have a bass bump in it. They also have a treble bump in it, so it makes the listening experience great. As an engineer, or maybe even as an artist, you recording yourself, sometimes you do want that headphone that's gonna make you sound like, God damn, boy, that sound good in them headphones. And that's gonna give you more confidence. That's going to help you deliver a better take. Notice how your favorite artist, right? You see the videos on YouTube, they're starting to pop up. Your favorite artist like Little Baby and et cetera, et cetera. Notice how when people are the engineers mixing their vocal that the engineer don't got to do too much work. Now I understand, of course, they have a nice microphone, nice preamp, but a part of that too is the fact that the rapper feels comfortable. The rapper feels good, so they give a good performance, right? And when you have a great vocal performance, there's nothing that can beat that. You don't have to do too much work to the vocal mixing wise because the performance is just that goddamn good. And you hear that from a lot of older engineers, when they talk about Motown, like, man, the performance was so good. All I had to do was press record and that's it, and bounce it to tape. And that's, you feel me? So that's another thing to know. I like having a headphone like this, the Sony MDR, which is the one I have. I only recommend stuff that I have, right? And this is a good thing psychologically because it gives the artist confidence. So it's important to have a crank it up. It makes me feel good about myself type of headphone. Now, the next thing after you're done recording, it's very important for you to not be influenced by all of that EQ and etc. like that, right? It's not be influenced by that EQ. So you want to have a flat headphone, which I have right here all the time. Now, this headphone is very flat and boring. There's no bump in that mid-range to make you feel good about yourself. There's no bump in the top end to make the vocals already sound mainstream and pro. There's none of that. So it sounds very flat and boring. I've been in the studio recording with these headphones for years, and sometimes, there's a lot of people in the studio. I give them this headphone, right? And they say, oh, I don't like that headphone. A lot of people say, oh, I don't like this headphone because this headphone is made for mixing. Now, you don't need to get exactly this headphone, but no, this is very important. You want to have a headphone that's flat. You feel me? That's telling you what's really there. Like, yo, your voice has a fucking resonant bump right there that maybe this headphone wasn't showing you. Right. So I think it's important to have two pairs of headphones, one headphone that is for recording and one headphone that is flat for mixing. So you really actually genuinely hear what's there. And when you make mixing decisions, you're making them because you're looking at the right lens. If you imagine that you have two glasses, one that has prescription in it and one that doesn't have prescription in it, all right? So imagine that this one kind of being like the one that don't got no fucking prescription in it. Like you're hearing, you're not really seeing what's really there. You feel me? You're getting another image that's not reality. But this is the one that does have prescription in it, and it tells you what is there and what's in front of you, but with your ears. Okay, so that's why I like to use this. There's a bunch of other flat headphones, but as you guys know, I don't recommend shit I do not have. Okay, now the next step when you move on to having a flat headphone, eventually when you really get your money up, if you don't have good speakers, if you have a shitty room, this is important for hip hop music because in hip hop music, the bass is very important. So, if you have a shitty room, eventually you might have to fuck around and get you a headphone like this, a high end headphone that generates the low end. Now, you don't need to get this right away because you're mixing on a 2-track beat. You're mixing on a 2-track beat. I know a lot of y'all starting out, you just got the 2-track. So you a headphone like this that is mostly mid-range focused, lets you hear your vocal, your effects is all you're gonna need. You feel me? Like you don't gotta spend too much. But I'm just saying if you really get deep into mixing, right? Or you really, really be on some shit where you be making beats and you really want to hear that low end, or you really like mix your projects from start to finish, like a lot of y'all do. You make the beat and then you mix the bass and all that stuff like that. You want to get a headphone that allows you to hear the low end if you don't have a speaker, right? And this is the headphone I have. I don't recommend stuff I don't got, and I got this one, so I pay my weight. And no, I don't have no Sweetwater salesman sending me shit. Like, nah, bro, I put my cheese up. And this one right here is my favorite headphone, bro. I'm telling you, having this headphone right here is like having a subwoofer on your ear. Like when you inside of the whip and shit like that, and the bass is just feeling right. This headphone excels over all headphones because it generates the lows very well, but somehow it generates the bass well, but the mid range is still flat. You feel me? It's still flat. It's not overhyped. You feel me? So you can really mix with this and get a professional mix, and I have done it. Now underneath me, I actually got the what is it called? The Neumann, like literally on my feet right now. I'm kicking that motherfucker. I literally have this right here underneath me. I have a real subwoofer, so I don't always use my headphones because I can hear the subwoofer. But my room is shitty, so of course I like to check on those. Those headphones. So, sometimes it's important to have a headphone that's maybe kind of like, like a brother or sister that's related to your actual monitoring system. Because sometimes monitoring systems, they all got the same signature sound. And that's why I went with the Neumann, because the bass response is good as fuck. But guess what? The shit is neutral. You feel me? And that's what you want to mix on. If you in the studio, sometimes you want a big, hyped up, speaker. You feel me? A big, hyped up monitor because it makes clients feel good. It makes them feel good. Man, crank that shit up, man. Crank that up. I'm trying to hear my voice. It makes people feel good. That's a part of making music. If you're having a great experience recording, then it turns out that's gonna transform into a great vocal recording, which is gonna transform into a great song, which is gonna transform into you getting more money because more people want to come back to your studio, or more people just want to record with you and work with you and collaborate. So this is what I wanted to talk about today: the power of headphones. Down below, guys, let me know what type of headphones you guys are using to get the sound that you guys want. So I just want to say thanks a lot for being a great part of my YouTube family. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And down below, support the channel. Appreciate y'all now. Peace.